Oh! Oh!
And fire!
Whoa!
The Geass,
Today we will be reacting to episode 19 and 20 of Code Geass, and it couldn't come soon enough. Last week left us on a crazy cliffhanger with the introduction of Schneisel. Prince Schneisel. I cannot wait to see what happens next because, like I said, where it left off had me on the edge of my seat, and it's all I've been thinking about all freaking week. So without further ado, let's just jump into it, okay? With our first reaction, our reaction to episode 19, stage 19, Island of the Gods. As always, if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored versions of these reactions and all our previous reactions, all you got to do is become a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. You can even try it out for free for the first 7 days to see if it's right for you. You can also subscribe. That helps. And there is also a link in the description down below to our cosplay fund to help us achieve our goal of cosplaying as Lelouch and Cece for the finale of the first season. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into the reaction.
Oh.
Taking a dip.
Zero.
Lelouch used Geass on him.
Use. I can't remember anything.
Or did he?
Where am I?
They were teleported. They were transported somewhere to the Island of the Gods, perhaps?
Oh.
Just as I thought. This is another island.
The vegetation and climate are the same as Shikina Island. We can't be that far from it.
There's no way to contact anyone without an income. But what's more important right now is to find a source of drinkable water and shelter.
Oh,
God.
Colin.
It can't be.
Suzaku.
A Black Knight uniform. It's really you?
Whoa. Whoa.
Colin, stop, fella. I don't believe it.
Colin Kozuki's my real name. I'm Japanese.
You're kidding. Then you really are.
Yes, I'm a Black Knight. Got it?
I'm placing you under arrest for conspiracy and rebellion against Britannia.
Contacting Ogi and the others is going to be a chore. Although, I suppose I could pass myself off as an ordinary person and ask the Britannian forces to rescue me.
Everyone's there.
This is
I
lit.
don't know what happened either. When you came to, you found yourself on this island. Is that right?
So then you're stranded here too, huh? When my people get here, you're the one who'll be a prisoner.
You mean Zero will come to save you?
Without a doubt.
Okay, before he does, tell me one thing. Tell me who he really is.
Why don't you find out for yourself?
Oh, I see. You don't know either.
She's also loyal,
Tricked me?
but she doesn't know.
Masking one's identity a bigger fraud?
Yeah, you freaking goofball, Suzaku.
Lelouch. Lelouch, it's you, isn't it?
Oh, what?
I haven't told anyone about you, I swear.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Before
What?
you shoot, let me at least see your face.
How the
She
hell?
just knew.
She put it together, maybe from their last conversation. Whoa.
Lelouch.
Crazy.
She's a real one.
Yeah, they vanished.
Find her! Find Princess Euphemia! Why couldn't she behave the way a sub-viceroy figurehead is expected to? What a situation if Princess Cornelia hears about this!
You told me to gather data before practical application, correct?
Because I'm extremely interested in whatever you create. I needed to see if this could be made real.
And the Hadron Cannon?
We wanted to know if the thing worked. I've been looking forward to meeting you, Miss Cecile Kruming. I am...
Prince Schneisel?
You impudent little... How dare you look down upon the second prince of the Empire!
General Bartley!
Nice one.
You're not injured, I hope. Please, give me your hand.
Yes?
Everything Clovis wished he was.
General, you're quite the devoted subject, aren't you?
Primarily because the prince is the one who commuted my sentence and saved me from being chained up deep beneath Temple Tower.
I wish you'd stop thinking of me so formally. Farewell.
You can wait for me at the base, Cecile.
Huh? Where are you going?
Just a little errand. While I'm doing that, I'll use the Avalon to look for Suzaku.
Were those orders yesterday issued by the prince?
Silence! You do not want to be in contempt of royalty, do you?
Those orders were mine, Miss Cecile. Besides, if something anomalous happened, we would have still been able to rescue him. That's what I gambled on. He is, after all, Suzaku Kururugi, ace pilot of the Special Corps and Yuffie's knight.
Yes, my lord. I understand now, and I sorely regret my rudeness. I accept any punishment you decree.
Nonsense. It's my fault for not protecting my subordinates. Can you ever forgive me?
When did you figure it out?
Back during the hotel jacking.
I see.
Yeah.
At that time, I said too much without thinking.
Still, I wasn't convinced until now.
Even
Why is
so,
everyone
why
stripping?
didn't you discuss it with Cornelia?
This is the
I
island
did
of
because my
nudity or
sister
what?
never
Oh, I
listened
guess
to
she's
me.
just drying the
Besides
clothes.
that,
Yeah.
I think things are depressing enough as they are. Nonali, how is she?
She's living with me, but she's still blind and crippled.
The hatred you must feel for us.
I only want to find out one thing. Do you know anything about the circumstance in which my mother was murdered?
I'm sorry. It seems my sisters investigated it extensively, though. Cornelia thought a lot of Lady Marianne and really looked up to her.
Hmm.
May I ask
Interesting.
you something now?
Huh?
Are you Zero? Or are you...
I'm Lelouch. Yeah. Right here and now I'm Lelouch, the brother that you know, Yuffie.
She
I
farted?
believe feeling relieved has made me hungry.
Oh, I thought she farted right now.
No, it sounded like
From the paw prints
she
and
shit
droppings, I
herself.
can tell that wild animals use this path. I plan to set up a trap that dates back to medieval times.
Oh.
Gotcha.
They're having too much fun on this island.
I tell you what, I'll let you loose if you promise to help me find food. Is that a deal?
You're not gonna win me over, so why try? What do you take me for?
Man, you're stubborn. You're not anything like the way you are at school.
You've been using lever.
Why don't you let me help you with that?
Manual labor is for a royal princess. Don't worry. My method's perfect.
Well, I suppose I could go and search for something like fruit, okay?
Be careful, Yuffie.
Right.
damn.
He's like, right.
Yeah, I don't understand. Did they get blasted or CC did something?
I thought it could be CC's island that they're on. The island where CC comes from.
That's great.
But also they
Can't
said something
remain in
about
this
like
area anymore.
Hadron or
The risk is too
Hydron.
great.
Collider
I
dimension or
disagree. We ought to at least
space.
stay put and look for Zero.
He has a point.
But we can't send out a search party in this situation, even though we're able to hide. Thanks to Rakshata, there's no guarantee Zero and Colin are still alive. One wrong step, and we threaten the very existence of our organization.
What do you mean? This entire organization is built around Zero.
It's not a group without members. The way you speak, you sound like a typical Britannian to me.
Ooh,
All right,
tension.
answer me this. We have followers of almost every ideology under the sun gathered here. Yet, how is it that the whole lot of them can cooperate and work together toward the same goal? Because of the results we get? Tell me, who is it that gets us those results?
I'll be the first to admit that he does.
At times, the life of a single man is worth more than those of a million. I thought that would be common sense to a
That's
soldier.
Zero's number one fan right there.
Easy, guys.
Oh, all right. Then I'll tell you. He's very much alive.
We've no time for your wishful thinking.
The information's true.
Oh, you're an oracle now? I told you to shut your trap and to get some training on a nightmare, you dumbass.
Dumbass?
Oh,
really?
fuck his
It's been
ass
ages
up,
since anyone
CC.
dared to refer to me in such a rude manner.
Like Zero's mistress has any right to get uppity with us.
I said you were wrong. You're a man who only has vulgar ideas.
You've got a lot of nerve talking to your superior like that.
Look, this whole conversation's gotten out
Fuck
of hand.
ass
Okay, how
up.
about this? We hang in a safe zone, an ocean area just out of detection range, where we can wait until the end of tomorrow.
All right.
Well, I suppose we have no choice.
For heaven's sake. I was forced to talk with that boring little man thanks to your silly You sent Colin to the island? You have very poor taste for being such an imperious observer.
I'm sure you'll be able to make your pitfall trap tomorrow.
Oh, I can't eat another bite. Boy, am I stuffed.
So is this a glimpse of what you're really like?
Yeah, you want to make something of it?
No, I think it's charming to see you so much livelier than you are at school.
Okay.
Colin,
The
leave black
Riz
nuts.
Master.
It's not too late. A captured terrorist never winds up with a happy ending.
I thought you weren't so bad, and then you showed your true colors. Well, that won't work. I happen to be the captain of Zero's elite guard, and in fact, I fought you in my nightmare.
Were you that red one?
Yeah, and even if I lose my life doing it, I'll beat that nightmare of yours someday.
I'll beat that white
Zero's
nightmare.
offers no future.
And what about
Every
your
time she
future,
says it, I
then?
love it.
To just live the life of a conqueror's subjugated lapdog, an honorary Britannian, or to be the knight of a third princess? Ha! The name of Genbu Kururuki, the last samurai, weeps! I am not you. The world is wrong, and I'm trying to change it. If I don't,
Fuck yeah.
if I don't, my brother's death will have been for nothing. That's my reason for fighting, and I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Someone tell this fool.
No, it's just everyone has
truth
the
is,
reason why they're fighting.
Yeah.
I killed my father. My father didn't commit suicide. I took his life with this hand.
Damn, he's just telling everyone now. He said, fuck it.
But like you said, like everybody has their reason for doing what they're doing and thinks that his way is the right way.
We all used to
And
gaze
that's
up
what's
at the stars
frustrating.
together. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could live like that again? I'd be so happy then. Can't we go back to that?
No.
Yes, you're right. It would be so good to just go back to how things were.
Zero is a lot like my father. He firmly believes that the entire world revolves around him. That's why he's able to justify spilling the blood of so many people.
That's why you accept the way things are now? Some things are more important than your life, you know?
It isn't that I want you to give up. I just want you to ask yourself, when you gain results the wrong way, what are you left with in the end? Only dark regret and deep emptiness.
Are you doing it the right way? Is my fucking point.
What higher purpose did the death of my brother serve? Who gets to sit in judgment? Who decides whether it's right or wrong?
Yeah. Like, why do you think that your way is the right way? And
Because
there can't be other ways.
He's going through the law.
But the law is corrupt.
Even for me to survive.
Even struggling with my shame, I still search for a reason to go on living. I'm a disgrace.
Oh.
We couldn't find Major Kururugi washed ashore on the other island, so it's obvious we should look here. And this must be what you mentioned?
Yes, we uncovered it when the Shinjuku incident occurred.
Yes, I can see why this would have attracted Clovis's interest.
It's a gaping hole.
The fuck is that? This island is
Are you
perverted.
sure you really saw a light?
Yeah, positive.
There it is.
Must be a search party. Once we learn who it is, we'll know how to deal with them.
Deal with them?
A thought elevator, you say? I'm afraid
They mentioned
archaeology isn't
that
my
in the
strong
last
suit,
episode.
Especially this paranormal stuff.
It has to do with, like, I'm assuming
CC's
gods.
people.
Yeah.
Father is infatuated with this as well. Isn't that right, Bartley?
Yes, we found artifacts similar to these in a number of places around the world. Except for this one that I discovered, all the other sites are directly under Imperial control. I think the real reason we're invading other countries is to obtain these objects.
Oh.
In order to
That's
analyze
crazy.
this ancient occult data,
That's
you're going
crazy.
to use the Gawain's Druid system, untuned prototype that it is.
That's why we called you in.
That makes sense.
I think it was right around here.
Lelouch, if it is a search party, then will our time be over here?
Yes, it will. I'm such an undependable knight, I couldn't even capture you any food. And besides, that's a job reserved for a real knight. Your knight, Suzaku Kururugi. Mind if I ask you, why choose an honorary Britannian?
Well, I...
Oh, shit.
What are those two doing together?
I mean, they bonded. So, like, Yuffie's gonna back him up.
Zero.
Just follow my cue. I'll take back my subordinate you have there. We'll exchange prisoners.
Zero. Once again,
Keep back! You find my actions cowardly. Eliminate terrorists no matter what the sacrifice. Do you intend to follow this rule and let your mistress die?
Oh, shit.
Leave him alone! Shut up, you royal puppet. You're useless. You can't think for yourself or do anything on your own.
What? I'm not afraid of you, and I don't care what happens to
Lelouch's just
me,
like,
Suzaku,
be chill,
I
be chill, be
command you
chill, be
to
chill.
fight.
Your Highness!
With pleasure!
You hard-headed fool!
Oh! Whoa, who the fuck was that? Yo! It's popping off!
My lord, please save yourself!
What? What? The thought elevator, they literally came down.
Don't shoot, you fools! Princess Euphemia is with them!
Look, Zero, that's a nightmare over there.
Let's go!
Right.
Suzaku, what is it? What's wrong?
Oi.
This is good. Not only
What the fuck happened to him?
activated too. What kind of nightmare is this? It's my lucky day. Schneisel!
So that's him?
Stop that woman now! Get that machine back! We cannot allow it to fall into Zero's hands!
Schneisel, next time!
And he's got his hands full.
And this is a crazy nightmare.
Fuck yeah.
This is...
Disappear.
Oh shit, be careful, Colin's on your shoulder!
Damn, the weapons are incomplete.
Put your... What? Put your helmet back on!
Zero, reinforcements!
Oh, fuck.
Fly.
This nightmare can fly.
Let's go.
What
Did Suzaku just freak out because of like what happened, or did he like realize?
No, I think he
Who Zero
was
is.
like hypnotized
From that,
by
I'm
something.
thankful you're both all right.
Oh, Schneisel, I've missed you.
Dear Yuffie, I'm sorry it took us so long.
No, it's all right.
Your Highness, shall we keep to the schedule?
Oh, right.
Major Suzaku Kururugi, you're under arrest for violation of military regulations.
What's the meaning of this? Major Kururugi's my knight.
I'm about to be like Lelouch right now.
This is something I can take care of later.
My fucking evil laugh.
Did something happen?
He's getting arrested because he didn't die.
You fool.
Right. The Gorin Mark II?
It was recovered. You may thank Asahina and Chiba for that.
Yes, sir.
Suzaku, forgive me. I never intended to use the power on you.
Oh, shit.
What?
What'd he say?
Live!
Oh. Fuck. Oh.
Damn. That's what he used. Sucks. Oh, that's why he's getting
You
arrested.
got out of the Lancelot, but you blew a golden opportunity to put an end to Zero in order to save your own life. According to this, are you going to protest this evidence?
Was that really me?
This is nothing less than insubordination.
Kururugi did that?
Poor Suzaku.
Details are unknown.
Damn it. Just when I thought we had nailed the lid on Ishikawa.
Your Highness!
What now, Guilford?
The enemy has destroyed the Great Kanmon Bridge in Kyushu Block.
What?
They also cut off vehicle access at 4 other points, and large numbers of assault landing craft are moving into the Genkai Sea.
The Chinese Federation? But have they made a declaration of war?
The Chinese Federation.
The flag of Japan.
Whoa! Let's go! Holy shit, man.
Wow.
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Worth the wait.
That makes a lot of sense.
What part specifically?
The invasion of other countries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the reveal that they're trying to find other artifacts or places like that.
Well, it's all connected to, obviously, CC. This
realm, this world, this mythology.
That the Emperor is trying to, like, obtain or have control over. I still don't know where the fuck he is, because every time they show him, he's, like, in this place that has, like, floating stairs and shit. And it looks like it's in the sky. I don't know where he's at, but
maybe he's cracked, some of its secrets, but not quite all of them,
Well, I'm sure that, maybe he does have a Geass. Maybe
that would be crazy. I didn't even think of that.
I think
he could.
He could, or he's trying to obtain one. And maybe that's why Cece was, like, locked up and they were trying. Maybe there's, like, other versions like CC, because Mao was just a person, right?
Mao was a person.
So it's kind of like a genie in a bottle situation where he's trying to, like, capture and hone a genie, which would in this case would be CC. C2, she has that ability to give to other people, and maybe he has other, like, people from where she lives.
Right. Or yeah, he was doing what he was doing to make it so that she could give the power of Geass to an army. She is talking to somebody. C2 is talking to somebody. And that person, I believe, is, like, maybe her superior or someone who is more powerful than her. That would be crazy if it was the Emperor. That would be a wild twist. But a twist that I could maybe see, because maybe... Right? She's unbiased in her contracts. Maybe she makes multiple contracts. We've seen her do it with Mao.
I think she has multiple contracts.
So she's like, whoever wins is whoever's side I'm on.
Exactly.
But I am on the side of the winner.
And yeah, how did they... There's no other... She said you took them there. You teleported them there. So, like you said, there's someone maybe that has the ability to tell, but they had to have been where they were unless they're watching from above, which would be the Emperor, because it looks like he's in the freaking sky.
Yeah, it does look like it's in the sky. They came down. Literally, it was the thought elevator brought them down. The symbol of Geass filled the area, the ground,
but there was, like,
that they were on.
It looked like a kid.
there was like a younger kid.
Blonde kid?
Yes. So I think we're getting a lot closer to finding out like where she's from.
What if Cece made a contract with the Emperor when he was a child?
And that was the Emperor as a child. I would fucking love all of this shit. This is so sick. I mean any of these things.
Speculation. I'm just thinking of like the craziest thing.
And maybe
it's always the craziest thing.
Yo, honestly, Megan, this might not end up being true, but you're fucking cracked for that shit. Because maybe that's why he was able to raise in power the way he was. Maybe, you know, even him at a young age being aware of C2 made him aware of all of like this other world, these other powers, and he sought them out.
Yeah, maybe he's invading other countries because C2 told him to. Maybe all the pieces on Earth maybe can like bring her back to her home planet or like where she's supposed to go.
Stop, dude. He's a bad fucking guy, but that would be such a crazy twist if it ends up that he's like, I don't know, like he's doing it for like a reason other than the reason we assume.
Or like she wants that to be fulfilled.
I don't know what she wants, man, but I'm starting to see or feel like, and I think we've said this in a previous discussion, but that she is not all nice. She's definitely got a dark side, a shadow side to her. And so I'm not quite sure where she falls morally, at least when it comes to humanity, because she is not human. She is beyond and above humanity, I believe.
Yeah. And we got a lot of comments on the last two reactions of like, why are we like egging on Lelouch to like just be this like cynical leader and like not really care about his feelings. And the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it's just kind of aggravating when you're saying one thing and not doing another. But Cece has always been there to be that like voice in his head to just like drop everything, like drop all your friends, like drop everyone in your life, like don't have emotions. Why is it so hard for you? Just use the word on Suzaku. Like why, you know, it's all like she's always been there to like guide him further and further away from like his humanity.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily Geass that's doing it. It's like her insisting on it as well.
And maybe she drives them mad.
Because remember Mao?
Yeah.
Mao and his recording of her, like,
yeah,
she sounded way different.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say too that like I understand everything that Lelouch is having to deal with and going through, but as a leader, I don't want him to become cold and calculated, emotionless in his like leadership. But like in the moment, as a leader, you have people whose lives are in your hands and you have to make tough calls. Like you have to be cold sometimes in those moments to keep your head to make a logical sort of like move. He can deal with them. He can go through them after the fact. But yeah, a part of it is also frustrating for someone to have these like big dreams and big goals and state them so confidently. But then the moment that one thing that he should have expected gets in his way, he kind of crumbles, and he needs to be stronger than that if he really wants to see this thing through.
Yeah.
I feel for him though.
It is. It's hard because he is such a complex character of like, he is just a kid who's trying to figure out what happened to his mom. Like at the end of the day, like that's what he's
selfish
doing.
And he wants to take care of Nanali too.
Yeah. And it's like Suzaku and Lelouch are doing it for their parents, essentially. And doing it for the greater good, like both of them. And with Suzaku, like we were talking about in the episode, it's more frustrating than it is anything else of like the hypocrisy through both of them, you know, like what's right, what's wrong. Clearly oppressing people just because you found a valuable, you know, spiritual thought elevator, like, you know, killing countless people just because you want to obtain this is like not right.
Yeah.
But
even
also,
if it ends up being for some greater good, that's another like moral quandary, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not, and it shouldn't be worth that.
Yeah. But it's like, well, I killed my dad. I did this. And she's like, okay, well, you killed your dad. Does that make up for my brother being killed? Like, is it life equal?
Right.
You know, is your father's life equal to my brother's life? Like, they should be, but you're not treating it like that. Everyone else is not treating it like that.
Yeah. And even if like it is worth that, like the actions that the Lord ruler or the ruler whatever has taken, like why is he the one that gets to make that decision? And I think that's what Zero Lelouch is kind of going through, like what gives him, the right to make a lot of these calls. And Suzaku, I'm hard on him too, but again, he feels and operates like he is so certain that everything he is doing is right and that everybody else is wrong, and there's no wiggle room, there's no compromise, there's no nothing.
Yes. But what's even more frustrating than that is that they are waiting and praying on this man's downfall at any given opportunity. They exactly like they sent him to essentially die with Zero for the greater good, and he didn't do that, and he wanted to live, and that was selfish, and that's insubordination, and now you're going to be arrested and probably killed.
Even though he was commanded to live, so he didn't really have a say in it.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think that they were just waiting for any slip up. To essentially kill this man. Yeah. And he just thinks that he could change that. He's one person. He's one person.
There's
right
admirable qualities about Suzaku too, of course. Again, man, the show is so complex and so good at writing characters with so many layers that are like morally kind of gray. They all have things that I agree with and do things that I agree with and things that I don't agree with. And I think that's like a feat of a good story of well-written characters. So I understand, people have connections to things and characters. So when people get a little frustrated with me for being too hard on Suzaku, I always go back to the fact that I feel like the best written characters can get under your skin in ways other characters can't. You know what I mean? Because if I didn't care about him, I wouldn't care about anything he did. I wouldn't care at all. And I do. I love his dynamic with Lelouch, what he brings to the story. It's all so, it's all so good. But the last thing I want to mention before we jump into the next episode is Lelouch revealing his identity to Yuffie. Yuffie kind of already realizing that it was Lelouch. Them kind of getting to spend some time together. Colin exposing or revealing herself to, in more ways than one, to Suzaku. So now they know about each other, and Yuffie and Lelouch know about each other. Yuffie and Lelouch had a bit of a childhood. I didn't know how much time they would have spent together, but we saw in that little flashback moment that they did like spend time together. There is a sibling relationship between the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, his mom was definitely someone that not maybe all of them, but a lot of the princes and princesses looked up to. Like Clovis even, I think, like recreated the garden that she used to have in his own home.
And he would
made
paint Lelouch and her and Nonali.
Yeah, so they cared for each other. And that's why it was so like heartbreaking when she's just like, can we just go back to the way things were? And it's like, well, yeah, as a kid, you didn't realize how fucked up things were until like someone's mom had to fucking die.
But now I'm starting to think that she somehow came across or was already aware of obviously what the emperor ruler was doing. And she either tried to stop it, convince him otherwise, and that like led to her death, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's still like Lelouch is still trying to figure out why.
Or she just didn't want to keep this cycle of like just killing and like
war and oppression. Yeah, she wanted to break.
Because it was like anyone who disrupted that, anyone who said otherwise was dead to him anyway.
Right.
And he already had kids and other things, so he doesn't really care about her. Human life is something that he can cast aside like fairly easily. I'm just wondering now that like Yuffie has had this confirmed to her, how that will affect her relationship and her attitude towards Zero, because it wasn't like they were in this mysterious place and were arguing the whole time. Like they were bonding, they were enjoying the time they had to be like siblings again, away from everything, right? Like I don't know, they seem to have connected. I mean, she wants what he wants, just in different ways. So
but now when everybody else is like zero and they're also scared, she's gonna, I feel like, be like a lot different and a lot more like confident in herself and things that she does, because she's like, that's just Lulu. Crazy episode, so freaking sick. We got one more left, so let's just jump into it. Our reaction of episode 20, stage 20, the battle for Kyushu.
We hereby declare the resurrection of Japan.
Lelouch got a new nightmare too.
And sovereign nation.
Atsushi Sawasaki, leader of the forces that have occupied the Fukuoka military base, was chief cabinet minister of the Kurorugi administration in the former nation of Japan. After the war, he fled to the Chinese Federation, but is apparently making his move now in response to the recent civil unrest caused by Zero. Whether the Black Knights have played a role in these unfolding events is still under investigation.
We're not part of it!
What does Kyoto say about it?
They didn't know this was coming. They were just notified about his unilateral claims over the Sakuradite mining rights.
Zero, it's our move. What are we gonna do?
Sawasaki's group was working in conjunction with a terrorist organization in Kyushu. They are expanding their occupation around Fukuoka, Nagasaki, and Oita. According to General Tsao, the Chinese Federation is providing humanitarian support and is not acting in...
So, how's Suzaku doing?
He says that he'll do whatever the mission demands.
Avalon doesn't have its commander right now, but we have to finish this up if we want to counter the Gefyon disturber.
I've dishonored you. I'm not worthy to be your knight.
If this is about you disobeying orders, my brother Schneisel said it was an unusual situation, and you shouldn't be blamed for it.
I can't forgive
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Please.
Has knighthood become a burden for you? Something that troubles you?
No, I'm grateful for it.
Then why?
I've remembered something. I killed my own father. I was
He
never
really
punished
is
for
telling
it.
everybody.
I just lived on like nothing happened.
He's over it.
And right now, I'm being protected again. While soldiers die and 11 suffer, I'm unscathed. A person like me doesn't deserve this.
You don't deserve it, then I don't either.
Princess Cornelia, we're taking too many losses. This tempest is preventing us from using our air power. We'll have to delay the landing operation until the weather changes.
It's a stroke of good fortune that this storm hit. We must use it to tighten our grip on Kyushu. You see, General Tsao, heaven is on our side. We are going to prevail
I don't like this guy.
with ease.
He seems off to me.
Martial law is not necessary. Such measures would only upset and frighten people. Contact EU Foreign Minister Gandolfi. Oh, and put a call into the Toromo Agency in Cambodia.
Prince Schneisel, using the Totem Agency could be a...
Prime Minister!
Yes, Yuffie. Something wrong?
Is there anything I can do to help? I'm the Sub-Viceroy of Area 11. I should be assisting you.
Thank you. Just your offer to help me is more than enough.
But I...
The Viceroy gave strict orders that you not be entangled in this matter, Princess.
She did?
Oof.
Just because I chose my knight without her consent?
No, that's not correct.
He's like, oh, whoa, I didn't even know about that.
Please understand, Yuffie. Cornelia can't take any chances now. The situation is too treacherous.
You mean?
Looks like they're gonna cancel the school festival.
That's really a huge
There is gonna be one.
Giant pizza blueprints.
Government in exile as a smokescreen. This is a war with the Chinese Federation.
What about the booth we were planning to borrow from the art museum?
I'm going there today. If I have some extra time, I'd also like to drop into the science department.
Are you talking about that present of yours?
Huh?
For my fiance.
Professor Asplund said that I should ask him if there was something special that I wanted.
You mean Lloyd? That philandering playboy?
That's enough. Could you get a little work done?
Philandering
Easy for you to say.
playboy.
This is work for 3 people. Suzaku's in the army, Colin's in the hospital, and that other fool's nowhere to be found. There's something really weird about Lelouch lately.
She remembers.
I was so
Oh, yeah.
shocked. I'm still confused about it. How can Lelouch be Zero? I still haven't told anyone. Did I really write that letter? How is it possible? Why did I forget? That Nana's big brother is Zero?
I knew it.
C01. Float
I
attachment.
knew it would all come flooding back to her.
Control line established.
Tell me, why did you want to give up being a knight, Suzaku?
Well, because Princess Euphemia
I
still
killed my
proves
dad.
who I
Yeah,
am
it's
now.
because I remembered.
So if I caused her any trouble,
Killed my father.
if I brought her dishonor or shame, I had a feeling that she would end up hating herself.
A figurehead.
She's goated,
That's
dude.
all
I love her.
was from the start. I knew that, but I thought if I gave my best effort, maybe I could make some difference. Give me Clovis. I met Zero face to face, but I didn't avenge your death. I have to think of some way to save Lelouch and Nonali. No matter where I go, I'm just a burden, and I act selfishly, though I don't mean to. I chose my knight against my sister's advice, and
Trust
now
yourself.
he's resigned.
Poor
They
Yuffie.
told me about
I
you.
know.
You need to get the documents signed today, right? But a member of the royal family is viewing the art right now.
Oh, brother. Oh,
Which map? What is it?
brother.
Which?
She's like, it's Princess Yuffie, huh?
I remember her set from last time.
Yeah.
He's a puppet of the Chinese Federation.
But he says he's fighting for Japan.
His Japan is a sham.
Yeah, so what you're really saying is...
Yeah.
If strikes back, we play dead?
Zero, perhaps you'd better clarify what our overall mission is.
Yeah, he's right. Even leaving aside the Sawasaki matter, what's our midterm goal on this?
To make Tokyo an independent nation.
Independent?
A nation?
Are you serious?
You mean us? A country?
He loves it.
Thought so. He's really going all the way.
Wait a minute. No matter how much the Black Knights have expanded...
Our enemy is an empire that controls 1/3 of the world.
We can't pull that off alone.
Then answer this. Are you just going to sit back and wait for someone else to defeat Britannia? Don't be naive. If we don't stand up and do it ourselves, that someday will never come.
Damn. He's inspiring me. Oh
my God.
Boy.
Code Delta. We have a Code Delta. This is the front gate. Emergency lockdown. Lockdown all...
She's fucking crazy. Don't
give a mouse a cookie. Do not give a mouse a cookie.
Don't give a mouse even a piece of your cookie.
Girl is a personal friend of mine.
And we'll try to put Prince Schneisel's plan into action.
You think the Special Corps can break through their line?
With Kururugi, it's possible.
Through their line.
Using him can also mean trouble.
1 minute, 5 seconds to impact.
Not bad. They're well prepared against air raids as well.
We'll be fine in this position.
Damn.
What the?
What the?
Maybe it can.
Control's shield was already proven on the battlefield.
Major Kururugi, I'm laying out the mission plan for final verification.
The advanced weapon system Z-01 Lancelot using the float unit will attack the enemy headquarters at Fukuoka base.
Lancelot unit now launching.
Launch!
Okay, Suzaku. Woo!
The enemy ship seems to have
Okay.
launched a bomber, but it's moving faster than a fighter plane. That weapons report we got, could this be it?
You mean that novelty weapon? But then the pilot is...
That's right.
It's
Your worst
me.
nightmare. Get it, nightmare?
Get it.
The
Get it,
military
get it.
force
Your
that's
worst
trying to
white
occupy the
nightmare.
Pacific bloc is fighting under ex-minister Atsushi Sawasaki.
Damn.
There it is, the enemy headquarters. An open channel?
This is Minister Sawasaki. Is that Prime Minister Kururugi's son in the pilot seat? I see. I didn't know he had a son like you.
And then, when you saved me,
Oh, not a fucking fireplace tea party.
Got her shoes off. She's too comfortable.
for these change of clothes you gave me. Oh, don't worry about that, Nina. Besides, I'm not all the wonderful person you think I am. No, that's not true. How can you say that about yourself? There's not one good thing about me. Really, nothing at all. My parents are ordinary. I'm not the least bit pretty, and there's just nothing special about me. That's wrong, Nina. I think you're a very cute girl. Oh no, I'm not really good for anything. Not at all.
I'm so scared.
I know.
She hates herself, but so do I. I guess I understand, but Suzaku makes me uneasy. That's it. Suzaku feels badly too. So please, oh please, don't say that you're no good, Princess Euphemia. I beg of you, because I need you. I need your goodness. Thank you so
Whoa!
much, Nina. I'm glad I got to know you. You've really helped me understand.
That sounded crazy.
I
Knowing
need
her,
your goodness.
I need your goodness.
Please.
Please give me your goodness.
Freedom has to come the right way, not like this.
That's the outro. I need your goodness.
No, you're wrong. That's not what I...
Oh!
Varys.
He allowed me to distract him. He still has much to learn.
Yuffie?
Schneisel, may I have access to a private communication line?
My energy filler.
Are you kidding? They blasted off the float.
The Avalon has to strike at the base.
No, the shield doesn't completely surround us. One direct hit and we'll go down in flames.
Suzaku, reroute all power to combat and comm systems.
Got it.
You're very much your father's son, as foolish and stubborn as he was.
That's why I killed him. Tells literally everybody.
Princess Euphemia.
Suzaku, the truth is you and I, that is...
Sorry, but right now...
You see, I hereby command you to love me.
Right.
Oh, whoa.
Huh?
What? What is it?
Sorry, but this is private.
In return, I will love you forever.
Princess
She's
Euphemia.
asking him?
I command it.
And your kindness and your strength, your sad eyes, your clumsiness, and the way you have trouble with cats. I love everything about you. So please don't hate yourself.
I see that I've made you even more worried than I did before. Everything you do is impulsive. When we first met, when you told me you were a princess, when you selected my school, when you made me a knight, always.
Yes, they were all sudden. That's because I suddenly realized.
But then, it's that spur-of-the-moment feeling that's opened so many doors for me. Thank you.
What are you doing? Stop
It's
him
kind of
now!
cute. It is kind of
He
cute.
goes, this is
Can I make
private.
one final request?
Final?
If something happens to me, whatever it is, please don't blame yourself. Destroy all the records and erase every trace. I don't want my friends to be sad. Just tell them I transferred schools or make up some story.
Suzaku, don't tell me you're...
Yes, the nightmare's out of energy.
Oh,
And please,
shit.
say goodbye to Miss Cecile and Lloyd and to Prince Schneisel for me.
No way.
What if this is really it?
Stubborn all the way to the end.
No way.
Die, Suzaku! You've got to live!
Oh, oh, oh.
And fire!
Whoa!
Oh, the Geass, it activated again?
Yeah, and something came from the sky. Wait, that's
Zero.
I see. So the
Oh!
famous White Nightmare is named Lancelot, and he's fighting as recklessly as ever.
Yes, but this
They're
time he
double
seems to be
teaming that
following
nightmare?
someone else's plan.
That's
They sent a
crazy.
single fighter in to try to disrupt
Yo.
the main force. These people are in my way.
Whoa, this is fucking crazy.
But I wanted to be the one to perfect that system.
Okay, Lloyd.
Looks like integrating the Geffian disturber has worked. But that float system is more advanced than mine, so my opponent is the Earl of Pudding, I guess. We were collaborating inadvertently. Oh, how distasteful.
Is the Lancelot still operational?
It's Zero? Is that an open channel? Yes! Then stay with that source and find out what he's after!
An energy filler?
I'm going to take out the enemy command center.
What?
Whoa.
Homie.
For real.
Sorry, Zero.
I knew
You're
it.
not going to get your wish.
I knew
Dang it.
Oh.
I'm going to hit them first.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
This is a good song.
Oh, the team up.
Stop them! Stop Kururugi and Zero! Zero, shouldn't we be fighting together as
Whoa.
comrades? Don't you care about Japan?
The Black Knights stand against anyone who uses violence unjustly for their own selfish end.
Sawasaki, if this is for Japan, why did you run away to the Chinese Federation? You should have stayed for everyone's
His head got bigger.
You're still a child!
A joint operation, Gawain.
Lancelot.
So Suzaku and Lelouch are...
Besties.
What? Zero?
Yes, he saved Kururugi.
Fighting on our side? What the hell is he thinking?
So his tactic was to bring the Gawain in alone to get past the Britannians. The Black Knight's participation in this battle is an undeniable truth. Of course, it will never be officially reported, but the rumors will spread and everyone will know what happened here. As Zero said, this will show the world exactly where we stand.
Yep.
Protecting the nation is our first commitment.
It's like the hostage situation kind of all over again, except less publicized.
Country, then waiting for the right moment to strike. We can set up a new line of defense at Kagoshima. Right. I appreciate your help.
He jumps out of the cart. It's over.
Oh, it's done.
Got him.
You're done.
Sawasaki,
That's far enough.
They took the largest fortress in all of Kyushu with hardly any effort.
The terrorists
Goes
in
to
the
show you,
Kyushu bloc,
when they
led by
team
an
up,
anti-government group, was
unstoppable.
stopped by Princess Cornelia's sudden attack. Atsushi, Sawasaki, and 4 members of the former Japanese government were arrested. Over half the Chinese Federation troops were captured as well. In response to this incident, Chinese Federation leaders are asserting this was an unauthorized action by General Cao of the Liaodong district, and they are requesting all POWs be released in accordance with the Tibet Convention.
Warrant Officer Kururugi reporting for duty.
Welcome back home, Suzaku.
It's coming. Here it comes. The kiss.
Oh, no way.
This is cute.
Suzaku, I finally understand my heart. It's not that I expect an ideal country or perfect justice or anything complicated like that. I just want to see people smiling, that's all. The smiles of the people I love now, and the people I loved before as well. Will you help me? Will you be my knight?
The people I loved before.
I will.
Wow.
Your Highness.
That was a fucking great episode. Wow. That was really, really good. I enjoyed that a lot. It was kind of funny in the moment when she was like professing her love to him in the middle of battle. The way she said it, like, I command you to love me.
Yeah.
But it ended up being very sweet.
Yeah, I liked the message too. Obviously, it's like if you can't, I don't know, someone telling you that they love you, like she did, like gives them power.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Nina did to her, like, oh, I hate myself. It's like, but how could that be? Because I love you so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, maybe I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
And that's what she had to realize. And just, I don't know. I not that she was like punched down a peg, but she kind of realized that she was like just treated like a figurehead and
She
been.
was very, like dismissed by everybody.
And she just like realized like I can only do what's in my power.
Yeah.
And my power is to do.
My power is love.
My power is love. To just help people,
Yeah.
not on like a
Yes.
bigger scale, but yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, that was really, really cool for her to realize. Shout out Nina for keeping it in her pants, dude. I thought that.
I don't know. She
I
opened
mean, this
the door.
episode at least.
She opened the door.
Yuffie opened it up too much. Even a crack to let her in is dangerous.
Yeah, but this might be a recurring thing.
Yeah, but at least for today, at least this episode.
At least for today.
Yeah, I can sleep tonight, you know. But yeah, it was a really sweet moment. A really incredible team up that they had at the end too. It's so cool to see Rakshata, I believe is how you say your name, and Lloyd kind of have this admiration for each other, but being on opposing sides. They're very like competitive with each other because they're the two smartest or two of the smartest people in the world or in this war. So it's just really funny to see them kind of go back and forth. Like we were kind of collaborating actually, even though they might not like one another. I think they kind of respect one another in a way. It was also, yeah, like I said, cool to see Lelouch and Suzaku team up. Lelouch giving Suzaku that chance to, you know, do what needed to be done, but to also like show him once again that, you know, I don't agree with what these people are doing. Like they're doing it in the name of Japan and liberating Japan, but the way they're going about it is wrong. It was very like similar to the hostage situation moment. But again, like actually getting to face him and to give him that energy pack so that he could do it. And Suzaku taking it too. Like that team up moment was really, really, really cool to see. And it goes to show that, like, again, because they are so similar, they're so stubborn, and they both, you know, kind of want similar things. And if they were able to somehow just like put their power together, then they could do great things. It was also sick seeing C2 co-piloting that new Nightmare with Lelouch. That was awesome. Just the way he was sitting so confident in that shit too. Legs crossed. I loved it. I loved it. I'm trying to think of what else happened during that episode. I mean, there was a lot going on. We did get to see Schneizel kind of talking to the Emperor again for a moment. But I think it was a lot of like the resolution. A lot of things I feel like emotionally with Suzaku have been like dealt with, right? Like he he is not necessarily like over everything that he has done, but I think he has learned to like.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you've told 6 people, it's a little the burden is a little less heavy.
Yes.
And they're still accepting him for like who he is and what he's done. So that's why I think like, I don't know, just it being a secret for so long and it being his own secret, he was just like holding on to it so for so many years. But yeah, and also we got to see Shirley. I mean, again, I don't know how she fits in still. But now she knows that he is Lelouch Zero, so that's interesting. I am so ready for a school festival episode. I didn't think we would get one. I joked about it, and I joked about a beach episode, but we're getting one.
I mean, the last episode they were on that island, and that was kind of a beach episode.
That was kind of, yeah. No, but I want
Islands are surrounded by beaches.
I want the student council to go to a beach. So
I see.
Okay, and then everyone like. I want like C2 to go along.
Right. You want her to be in a bikini. And
the whole reveal.
The whole 9 yards. You want it all.
Yeah.
But you're right. I don't know how Shirley fits into all of this now. She knows. She doesn't know that
I guess
why she wrote that letter.
She is a problem that Lelouch thought he fixed.
Yeah.
And now she knows. And that could be something that he doesn't expect later on. It comes up. She says something. She reports him for some reason. It's going to be something that he doesn't see coming. Because he thought that he dealt with her already.
Well, I mean, I think she is definitely, that could happen, but she's also, or could also, like, just confront him whenever he does come back to school.
She just seems so different. She seems so...
Because in her mind right now, she doesn't even know Lelouch.
No.
Right? So she's like, why would I write this about somebody I don't know?
Yeah. But, I mean, like we saw, who fucking knows? I mean, Suzaku, it wasn't
like a one-time thing. You're talking about his Geass kind of coming back.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make any sense because Princess Euphemia said it to him, not Lelouch. So why would just the words trigger something in him? It wasn't like he remembered, like, it was like actually triggering his eyes were turning red, like he was going under the spell. So I don't know. Maybe the royals, like, because I remember like C2 said like it has to be you. You're the one who has to, like, I have to make a contract with. It has to be you. You're the one I've been looking for. Like, maybe she makes, well, not with Mao, but something to do with the bloodline, their bloodline. Maybe his mom.
That could kind of fit into your emperor theory. From our last discussion too.
Because that's his dad. Maybe all of them have
I'm not saying
capacity to.
Not plausible. It could very well be.
Because why else would he get triggered like that?
I think, in my own interpretation, the way I saw it was that like Lelouch early on in the season was running tests with that other girl, and he gave her a command that was to come to this spot every day, right? And mark this wall. Now, I don't think she was under the effects of like Geass all day, every day, but there was
that
a
moment
point
in time
where it
she
would
was.
trigger.
Sure.
Yeah. And so maybe it's something with Suzaku where even that word is like a trigger, because living is something that he has to do all the time.
Maybe it's like when it's like life or death situations, it kind of like
kicks in,
but it didn't really kick in because Lelouch saved him in that moment. He would have died. So I don't know.
And I just want to say too, it
was really weird.
I think it's so, we didn't get to talk about it much in the last discussion, but I just think it's so cool and a beautiful moment that like Lelouch was able to use his Geass and like made that choice, like told Suzaku that he needed to live. So he has.
I mean, it kind of bit him in the ass a little bit, but
it did. But whether Suzaku knows it or not, like he has his best friend or one of his best friends, there in the middle of, this battle, this war, being pulled like so many directions, saying, despite all this, like, I need you to live. Like, I want you to live. You deserve to live. So live. And then he has Yuffie in the next episode telling him that he deserves to be loved and is loved. So I think this is
so he should live.
Yeah, so this is like a big, these 2 episodes were like big Suzaku episodes and moments for him. I just
because now I mean he has a reason to live, which is Euphemia.
Yes. So I don't know if it's gonna come into play much more after this. It might not, but it was interesting that it kind of flickered back on for a second. And at first I thought those beams were coming from wherever they were earlier, but it just was from Lelouch's nightmare. I don't know. I think that's it for this discussion, these reactions, and these discussions. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Keeping them spoiler free unless you tag them and give enough space so that us or anybody else who isn't caught up isn't spoiled. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you enjoy these reactions, then please consider subscribing, liking the video. It matters. It helps so much. And as always, if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited, and censored versions of these reactions and all our reactions, then you can do that by becoming a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. It helps. And you can even try it out for free for the first 7 days to see if you like it, to see if it's right for you. We do member exclusive streams. We do volume 1 manga reviews. We do so many other things on top of just the uncut reactions. So consider just checking it out or donating to the cosplay fund to see us in some cosplay at the end of this season. But speaking of our Patreon and YouTube members, we do have to shout out and thank members of our V1P tier. So a special thank you to everybody, no matter how you show your support, but a special thank you to
Tyler the Nerdy Bassist, Roland V Dub, Black Sun Series, Quattro,
Primordial Life, Wombo, David Ramirez, and our first and only V1 royalty member. Let's say it at the same time, Megan.
Paladin Berserker Jedi!
Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, we wouldn't be able to do these things without you. All the things we do, we are so grateful and appreciate the support so much. That's all for this episode. Thank you for clicking on this video. And until next time, the only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is...
I need your goodness.
It has to be.
Yeah, I need your goodness.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. And until next time, I need your goodness. We both had a similar approach.
It was different. I was being
I don't know what I was doing. I'm sorry.
I need
your goodness. Give me your goodness.